wants because nobody wanted them. And then they got too old to be getting rid of because they already got used to the environment.
Yeah.
And Chicken got used to, his boys being around him. It's a nightmare. Guinea pigs are a nightmare, so really think hard about getting a guinea pig.
Yep. Agreed.
I mean, people might think, they're rodents are easy animals. Bull, badonky, crap. They're worse than my dogs. They're more intensive care than my dogs.
She actually has rant about them costing more than her dogs do.
They do. Okay, guinea pig food. I have to spend about $30 a month, maybe $40. Depends. It's going to be $40 this one because Waffles is pregnant, so she's going to eat more for food alone.
She did.
That is literally.
And she was griping about this when she had 2 guinea pigs. That's only 20 pounds of food a month. And then I gotta buy bedding. That costs $7 for a big bag of bedding. And then I gotta buy Timothy hay, which costs another $20. So we're already up. And now actually this month I gotta buy another water bottle because my female's water bottle broke. Now if you look at the dogs, $30 for a 30-pound bag of food. Lasts anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks.
And then if I want to buy some treats, which rawhides cost $10, or actually no, they cost $8 because I buy them at a certain place.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to buy something else, I gotta buy something else. But truth is, it's versus what? $50 for the dogs, if that, versus what? $70 for the guinea pigs.
Fucking bastards.
And then the problem is with guinea pig babies is that they drink mama's milk, but by the second day they start eating the food.
Yep.
So I have to raise 3 extra babies. I know she's gonna have 3 because it's her number. It seems like I'm gonna have to raise 3 extra mouths to feed for a whole month. Meaning I'm gonna have to buy another bag of food. That's gonna cost me another $10 for only 4 pounds of it.
I'm just saying that option B looks really, really tempting.
It does.
Right,
it really does
now.
Look tempting. So I'm getting sick of the bullshit. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. There's just no other way around that bit.
And see, the problem is, now you're saying why does she get pregnant all the time? It's not my fault, actually, people. It really isn't. What happens is that I clean the cage, right? And I'm human. I miss some spots. But what they like to do is go around the outer of the cage and the inside and pull on all these little areas, see which one's weak, and figure out which area's going to break. Just recently, Chicken figured out a weak spot and I had to bread tie it up. Because he kept on, what he would do is pull it out. And it was attached to another part of the cage. It's an extra bed, so I can make their cage a little bigger. But what he would do is pull it out. And then he'll go around it, see if he squeezes it. If he couldn't, he'll go actually around it again, start pulling some more. So see, this is what they do. They just want to cause me problems.
What I actually wanted to do, I wanted to cut his belly off.
It's just...
I really did want to cut his belly off.
But it's just a nightmare. Guinea pigs are a nightmare. Absolutely nightmarish.
She loves them, but even she damn near has gone bald over these bastards.
I mean, it's like how the fresh vegetables they need every month. How much that costs? That's a good $5 to $10.
And her female guinea pigs are temperamental as hell.
They are. We nicknamed them the bitches.
The bitches.
Because they, it's pretty much the males are all one unit, where my females are all, let's throw one underneath the bridge.
Poor May.
Yeah, Little May gets the worst of it. But what's funny is that, see, Watson and Little May don't get along. But when Waffles, the matriarch of the, cage, has enough of it, she'll actually go over there and be like, okay, you know what, you two, stop it. Stop it. Don't make me bitch you. Don't make me bitch slap you here. Enough. I'm pregnant, I don't need this bullshit.
She was doing that even before she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Weird ass guinea pigs.
Well, see, the problem is, Watson likes to go and... Okay, so Little May being I have 2 houses in there. My males share 1 house. That's perfectly fine with them. But I have 2 houses in my female. And Watson being 1 house, Little May being the other. You know what Watson does? She goes over to the other house, just for the hell of it. And obviously, Little May has no fight because she's smaller than her, so she gets run out.
Sometimes I want to take little May for myself, and then I realize I don't want to take care of a guinea pig.
Because you need two.
Yep, because after seeing the shit you've been dealing with, I do not want to accidentally get her a boy.
I mean, tomorrow I gotta clean cages, and that's like a 4-hour process.
Oh, she spends forever on this shit. When she wants to really clean cages, yeah,
it's like a 4-hour process because I have to bring in the garbage can, empty out one blanket into it, and then that blanket, because they're on the floor, no bottom, so I have to get rid of the bedding first, and then I have to shake the blankets out in the garbage can, then I have to take the blankets to the wash machine. That's one cage, so that takes a while. So they're in the kitchen, making a mess in the kitchen, on the floor, and then I have to, mop the floor. My males, I have to wash the walls a little because, I don't know, they like to be on the wall.
Because they have penises.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, her cages are set up much differently than a standard guinea pig. She gets the most out of her money out for it, and it actually is better for the guinea pigs.
Yeah, I have one cage. Well, now I have two because I found another one. But I had one cage that cost me $80. And I found out, I used to have a little wading pool for the females. They kept getting out. They kept finding ways to get out, and I couldn't have it because I don't want to mix them out. Anyway, I found out if I split the $80 cage in two, I can get two big cages if I put them in corners of the room. So it was literally, one of the males are in one corner, then I have a reclining chair, then the females are in the other corner, because they literally cannot see each other or else they try to escape.
Yep, especially the males, they just get into this I smell pussy mode.
But see, the cage I just recently found and got, the females, there is absolutely no way in hell these females are going to get out of there. I'd like to see them try. I challenge them. So if I really have my males in the cage I'm using now because, let's face it, if the males get out, there's nothing bad going to happen. Plus, they can defend themselves. I mean, my dog's don't mess with them, but I saw a chance. Definitely, well, Abby, chicken story over here. Abby tried, okay, a side story here. Abby and Chicken used to share carrots and stuff because, why not? But until one day, Abby decided to get an attitude with Chicken and bite him. He's actually got a little bit of a hole in his ear from this. And now, Chicken don't want nothing to do with her.
Didn't he bite her on the fucking nose?
This is like a year and a half year grudge going on here.
Didn't he bite her on the fucking nose?
Yeah. But now they don't share no more. Well, yeah. But see, I rather have my males. If they escape, nothing's going to happen. But my females, let's face it, they can get pregnant. Because what's going to happen is they're going to go over to the male's cage, and the males are going to try to get out. And then I know the males will get out if there's that around, there's small female around. And what if I'm not home? I mean, that's what happened the last time. I cleaned the cages, and then I had a doctor's appointment. I come home, and all 6 of them were out.
Yeah, I remember, because I came back to you and said, "What? Why are you so upset?" Pretty much, these are the only 5 words she told me, and this was referring to the person who was in charge of watching them while she was out. "You have one fucking job." That's all she said to me. He had one fucking job.
To keep them separated. And that's why Waffles is pregnant.
That's actually how she got the second litter. I don't think that was how she had a...
No, she's pregnant now because that's when I went to the doctors.
Oh, that was that recently?
Yeah, it was that recently.
Holy hell, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, so I've got little darts in my eyes looking at the person here that had one fucking job.
Like, son of a bitch, man. Like, I give up sometimes.
Just wave the right flag.
I quit. I quit. There are just some people that just don't need to be around certain types of animals.
Hey, you know what? In this video, when we post it, maybe we should put a picture of each animal, so that way they know what we're talking about, who we're talking about.
I thought about that, but I think I'm gonna save that for a different period. Yes, guys, y'all are hearing that bit. You are gonna eventually get to see the animals that she does have.
It's a menagerie in here. Because on top of see, I have 3 dogs, but on top of that, my mom has 2 dogs and 4 birds.
The birds are gonna kind of be fairly irrelevant.
Yeah, no one pays attention. It's one of those little. I mean, my mom, she says she takes good care of them. I mean, she feeds them at least, but they never get out of the cage. They're just like the old style, where people have birds in the cage and they never left.
I hate birds.
I don't really like them either. They are messy.
No, but you know what I really can't stand?
The
Cats.
Oh, I fucking hate cats. I know, you was waiting for me to say that.
I didn't expect it actually, but no, she's right. She does fucking hate cats.
I mean, I'm a dog person. Okay, see, the reason why I'm starting to hate cats more is that our neighborhood is filled with cats. It is absolutely, there's a part, I walk every evening, and there's a part in the neighborhood I walk in, and it just smells like nothing but cat poop. It really does. Unless it rains, it just stinks. It's the most horrible smell in the world. And then not to mention, see, my dogs, they're not going to eat a cat or anything, but they're going to chase after them. What if I go in the front yard? There's times where I go in the front yard and they would just dart after a cat. I mean, they come back, but it's like, really?
Get your asses back here!
I don't like cats. Because they're just, another thing I don't like about cats is that.
They're divas?
No, it's that. Okay, you got all these laws about dogs and stuff, saying you need a migrant, you need to have collars on them, you need tags, blah, 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 blah. What about cats? You got all these loose, you want to talk about a loose animal problem? Cats. Dogs, they're usually in someone's backyard, chained up, free-willed, or living inside the house. But you got all these stray cats that are, that are actually multiplying.
Dogs in general, from what I've noticed, notice that unless abandoned, usually do not stray too far from their home.
See,
or their owner.
I heard about this on a TV show where one male cat in a city can get 4 females pregnant, and an average cat litter is 4 to 7 kittens. Can you imagine him doing that every single night, getting 4 cats pregnant, and then that cat having, let's say, 5 kittens each?
That's 20.
That's 20 a night. And now let's say that add that by 30 days, because that's a month. How many cats is that in a month? And that's a city cat.
Yeah. Now, granted, that idea is somewhat unrealistic, but just the fact that the potential is still there.
And you want to talk about, dogs overpopulating, so getting your dog is new to your cat. No, man. See, I won't have such a problem with stray cats and stuff, or, your outdoor cat. But if you have an outdoor cat, do the puppy a decency and get it fixed. So that way, I don't care if it's a male, get his balls cut off.
You especially shouldn't do that if you got a female running around with mystery kittens. You're like, the fuck?
I mean, it's just seriously. I think it's seriously unfair how they, have all these laws against dogs.
Speaking of getting them neutered, speaking of laws of getting them neutered, there's one law that we discussed earlier off podcast that I really can't stand.
Oh yeah, the new law. You can get your dogs neutered and fixed at 2 weeks old.
Was it 2 weeks? I thought it was 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months.
I was about to say, because it was 2 weeks. I really hate that rule. I didn't like it at 2 months either.
Yeah, 2 months old. I'm still going to stick with the 6 months. I'm sorry, but it's like, good example, Gizmo. We had to actually wait 2 extra months.
This is Dog A, by the way. This is Dog A, by the way. Dog A named Gizmo.
But we had to wait 2 months because he dropped 1 ball, and then we had to wait for the other one to drop. Whereas, see, my other dog I used to own, his ball was developed by 4 months. So, see, I wish, I could have got him cut then, because it was so bad, he actually had a special teddy bear. We're not getting into that.
Yeah, we're just going to leave that one alone.
But see, I had to wait an extra 2 months for Gizmo here because it would be unfair for them to cut out 1 ball and then me having to pay another, whatever cost to go get the other one removed. I mean, let's face it, my boys, well, I haven't got my newest one fixed, but it costs $150 for Gizmo and $250 for Abby to get fixed. That's ridiculous.
And not to mention, when she got Gizmo, she and our roommate at the time actually thought Gizmo was a female because we couldn't find a wang on him.
We couldn't, not for a long time.
For like a good 3 weeks.
He was as big as any adult hand, pretty much. He would have fit in your palm. It was so bad that I had to get him to exercise, get him to move and stuff, because the strength of his body. His walk was literally walking to the front door to go pee, and then me having to carry him back because he was tired. And then I told him straight up, if you want to get on my bed, you're going to have to start climbing. What was it, like 2-3 weeks later, he started climbing that bed?
Yep. He wouldn't get up there for like the first week at all. And then after the second week, he finally at least started hanging on to the edge. And then on week 3, he kind of got smart a little bit.
He didn't jump. He couldn't jump because he was too small, but he climbed.
And he found a way to climb, and then he found also that he also realized that there's some certain things he could jump up to. Because this bed sat fairly high.
Yeah. And see, he was such an undeveloped dog. He even had breathing problems with air freshener and stuff. He still has problems with spicy foods. He cannot eat anything spicy, even with a little bit of spice. We're talking about like too much pepper. He'll still have a coughing fit. Like he can't breathe.
Yeah. But no,
He's very sensitive.
We couldn't find anything on him, and even though
He's like,
the roommate argued with me that it was female, I was like, I kind of think that's a dude.
Hey, you want to know what Gizmo looks like? Literally go to Google and look up Gremlin Gizmo. He's about the same look as that.
Yeah.
He looks almost exactly the same. He even has a little brown dot on his forehead.
Yeah, he does kind of look like a gremlin, hence why she named him Gizmo.
He is like the true Gizmo. I don't care about all these other dogs named Gizmo. He actually looks like Gizmo.
I'm like, yeah, I'm sure, but I remember, I was like, I looked at you and was like, I'm 80% certain he's a dude.
Then when I got his balls fixed, I literally had to go to the HEB and get some Tylenol. This made him to knock him out because for like 4 days he constantly whined like he was in so much pain. My heart went out to him.
Well, at least it did for like 2 or 3 days, and then
I got my wisdom teeth removed, and I said, "Shut up! I'm in more pain than you."
Oh yeah, she trusts me. This woman was a complete bitch. After that, we used to be a couple, so I actually used to be around her regularly, and I just kind of got to a point where while she was sick, while she was recovering from her tooth extraction, I didn't even want to be around her.